Dead Stars, written by Paz Marquez Benetis, is a poignant short story exploring the complexities of love and desire. The narrative follows Alfredo Salazar, a bachelor in his 30s engaged to Esperanza, whose affections wane as he becomes enamored with Julia Salas. Torn between societal expectations and personal desires, Alfredo ultimately marries Esperanza but later realizes that his feelings for Julia have faded, likening them to dead stars. This metaphor encapsulates the story's themes of forbidden love and the passage of time, revealing how past passions can dim over time while highlighting the responsibilities that accompany love and commitment. Paz Marquez Benetis, born in 1894 in Lucena, Tayabas, which is now Quezon. Marquez Benetis authored the first Filipino modern English language short story, Dead Stars, published in the Philippine Herald in 1925. Born into the prominent Marquez family of Quezon Province, she was among the first generation of Filipino people trained in the American education system, which used English as the medium of instruction. She graduated high school in Tayabas High School, now is Quezon National High School. She was a member of the first freshman class of the University of the Philippines, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in 1912. Now let's proceed to the characters. First on the list is Alfredo Salazar, son of Don Julian, a more than 30 years old man and a bachelor. He is engaged to Esperanza but him still flitting to Julia Salas. Next is Esperanza, wife of Alfredo Salazar. She is a homely woman, literal-minded and intensely acquisitive. She is one of those fortunate women who have the gift of uniformly beauty. Julia Salas, sister-in-law of Judge Del Valle, is the other girl of Alfredo Salazar that remains single in her entire life. Next is Don Julian, an old man, a father of Alfredo Salazar and Carmen. And Carmen, sister of Alfredo Salas. Judge Del Valle, brother-in-law of Julia Salas. Donna Adela, sister of Julia Salas. She is small and plump, a pretty woman with a compassion of a lady with a expression of likable cow. Calixta, note carrier of Alfredo Salazar and Esperanza. Dionisio, husband of Donna Adela. Vicente, husband of Carmen. And Brigida Samoy, she is the elusive woman whose Alfredo is looking for. The setting starts with Don Julia's home. Carmen was asking Don Julian about Alfredo's wedding. Alfredo remembered that period with a wonder not unmixed with shame. That was less than 40 years ago. He could not understand those months of a great hunger that was not the body nor yet of the mind. A craving that had seized on him one quiet night when the moon was aboard and under the dappled shadow of the trees in the plaza. Man, wood, maid.
Good day everyone, I am Shelly Cortez Apolinario for continuation of Ginaline Gallio's report. Alfredo Salazar visits Judge Del Valle's house with Don Julian, where he meets Julia Salas, the judge's sister-in-law. While the judge and Don Julian play chess, Alfredo and Julia step outside to converse. Their connections deepens over repeated visits, despite Alfredo's engagement to Esperanza. This relationship causes Alfredo internal conflict as he grapples with his feelings for Julia versus societal expectation and obligations towards Esperanza, highlighting themes of forbidden love and personal choice in Paz Marquez Benitez' Dead Stars. After enjoying a merienda at Dunholian's house in Tanda, where a coconut plantation and beach are located, Dunholian and the judge inspect young coconut trees. Meanwhile, Julia Salas leads the children in playing by the shore. Alfredo, intrigued by Julia, leaves his pet on a bamboo ladder to join her, leading to a deep conversation where they share personal stories. This moment signifies the growing bond between Alfredo and Julia, contrasting with his engagement to Esperanza and foreshadowing internal conflicts about his feelings and future choices. So, in the introduction at Dunholian's house, Carmen inquires about Alfredo and Esperanza, prompting Alfredo to reflect on how he met Julia Salas. This sets the stage for his internal conflict between duty and desire. During the rising action, Alfredo visits Judge Del Valle's house with Don Julian, where he encounters Julia. His repeated reference to her as Mrs. Del Valle causes him embarrassment as he frequently visits the judge's house. He realizes he's falling in love with Julia despite being engaged to Esperanza, highlighting his emotional turmoil on the theme of forbidden love. So in the climax, after the procession for the Lady of Sorrows, Alfredo encounters Julia, who learns about his impending marriage to Esperanza. She congratulates him, leading Alfredo to face a profound emotional conflict. Should he follow his heart or adhere to societal expectations? This moment crystallizes his dilemma between desire and duty. So during the falling action, Julia expresses her desire for Alfredo to honor his commitment to Esperanza and bids him farewell. Alfredo returns home to Esperanza, where their relationships remain strained and devoid of genuine love, emphasizing the weight of his earlier choices and the unresolved feelings for Julia.
Alfredo Salazar's journey in Dead Stars by Paz Marquez Benitez explores themes of forbidden love and disillusionment. Initially engaged to Esperanza, Alfredo meets Julia Salas, igniting feelings he believed were profound. However, his affection for Julia fades, likened to a dead star, once bright but now extinguished. After 8 years of marriage, a chance encounter with Julia reveals that his past feelings have dissipated. He realized that what he cherished was merely an illusion. This moment of clarity signifies the end of his unfulfilled longing, emphasizing the story's message about the complexity of love and societal expectation. Ultimately, Alfredo's acceptance of his life with Esperanza underscores the inevitability of moving on from unattainable dreams. The story that stars with Paz Marquez Benitez centers on Alfredo Salazar's who is engaged to Esperanza but becomes enamored with Julia Salas, a lively young woman he meets while visiting the judge house. Initially, Alfredo's relationship with Esperanza is filled with passion, but as time passes, he finds himself emotionally distant. When he meets Julia, he experiences a rekindling of excitement and affection, leading him to question his commitment to Esperanza. Despite his feelings for Julia, Alfredo ultimately marries Esperanza, driven by societal expectations and sense. and a sense of duty. 80 years later, he encounters Julia again and realizes that his feelings have faded. His love for her is likened to a dead star, symbolizing something once bright that has lost in its light. This moment serves as a poignant reflection of on love and responsibility, illustrating how desires can evolve and the importance of honoring commitments. The story encapsulates the complexities of love, societal pressures, and the bittersweet nature of unfulfilled dreams. Alfredo's journey illustrates the complexity of love, the burdens of societal expectations. His struggles highlights a universal theme, the tension between personal desires and external obligations. By the end of the story, Alfredo learns to navigate his circumstances, finding a bittersweet resolution and acknowledging that some loves are meant to remain unfulfilled, serving as reminders of what once was rather than what could have been. Dead Stars conveys a powerful message about the cost of forbidden love. It suggests that while such passions may seem enticing, they often lead to emotional turmoil and regret. Alfredo's journey from desire to disillusionment underscores the importance of recognizing one's responsibilities and the consequences of choice made in pursuit of fleeting happiness. The story serves as a reminder that true fulfillment lies not in chasing illusions but in embracing reality and accepting the path we choose. Through Alfredo's experience, readers are left to ponder the complexities of love and the haunting nature of unfulfilled dreams.